Hersh, you wrote in March 2013 that we're in the golden age of dividends. Do you still agree with that today?
Totally. I love it. The companies have more cash on their balance sheets than they've had in decades. They're not spending it on capital spending as much as they used to. We prefer dividends to buybacks, and companies are listening to shareholders. Dividends went from 50% of after-tax profits prior to the 1990s. Companies would earn money, they'd pay taxes, and then 50% of the after-tax earnings would get paid to shareholders on average. It went down to 25% by 2000 because of a variety of factors, mainly having to do with companies stuffing their pockets with stock options and using the free cash flow instead of dividends to buy shares to support the stock prices. 25% payout ratio, way too low. And then when the tax law changed on dividends in 2003 as part of the tax bill, I think corporate directors started to get the idea that maybe it would be a good idea to shift the mix from more buybacks, less dividends, to more dividends, fewer buybacks, and that's continued, but really gathered steam a couple of years ago as I think individuals were begging for income, and so companies, got the mess. Board of directors got the mess. Board of directors became much more responsive to shareholder desires. And so, yes, I believe the golden age of dividends is in effect. The S&P dividends in the 2000 through 2000 and end of 2009, that decade, I think we're up on a little over 5%. I think last year they jumped materially. I know our dividend program, the dividends were up. Not here to tout the whole thing, but they were up 13% dividends. You just had 3M last year. 3M has been a dividend raiser every year for, call it 50 years. And they raise, but it used to be 6-7% dividend increase, nice steady. Last December, they announced a 35% increase. Huge. This December, 2 days ago, they announced a 20% dividend. A 20% dividend increase, huge. Where's somebody going to get a raise like that? Amgen, biotech company, just announced a over 20% increase today for their next dividend. So companies yes, this is the golden age of dividend. I think it will continue. Dividend payout ratios, just to close the circle, are still only 33-34%. So I'm not saying they'll get back to 50%, but I don't think they're going back to 25% either. So I think dividends are, and the growth story for dividends is definitely intact.